Hi everyone, welcome to the first ever edition of An Astrologer's Calling. So, have you ever wanted to know how your favorite astrologer ended up doing what they do? In this podcast, we're going to explore their incredible journeys as well as the inspiration they bring on both a personal and a mundane level. So, come aboard, set sail with us, and enjoy listening to the experience of lives immersed in the stars. And I'm absolutely delighted to welcome Rod Chan, a dear friend and colleague, to be my first ever guest on this podcast. Rod is amazing. He runs the Academy of Astrology in the UK, in Taiwan, China, Japan as well, I believe. He runs the incredibly successful World Scope on YouTube. Um, and Rod is really responsible for bringing astrologers together, bringing really brilliant minds together to share all their ideas and opinions. Rod's on the board of the Astrological Association. He has a speciality in comets, and I'm sure you're familiar with his incredible photographs of the stars and space and the heavens. Rod is incredible what he can capture with a telescope. He's incredibly skilled as an astrophotographer as well. And he has to be one of the most hardworking astrologers that I know. Rod is always busy. Okay, so let's have a chat and learn more about Rod. Okay. So Rod, can you tell me about how you were first called into astrology?
Whoa, first cold.
Mhm.
Well, I think probably it's in my childhood. I grew up in a environment that my parents they both into so-called religion, spirituality, and divination. My father, he's an amateur of the Chinese astrology. So he will read the chart or make so-called make prediction for relative or neighbor when they have a question in their life or something. So I grew up in this kind of environment. And I start to, read the book on his desk. And there's one book is called something like a Western Astrology, something like that. So, and another book is Tarot card. So I read both, and I was kind of I like them, especially I like Roman Greek mythology. So I'm more, easy to adopt the Western astrology rather than go to the, Chinese astrology side. So that is my start point of the, get into the astrology, what I'm learning and doing today.
Fabulous. And when did you make the progression into doing this professionally?
Ooh, interesting. Okay. It's very early. The coding is very early. So when I was in kind of just finished my college, and I was like one day I was listening to the radio, and radio host interview an astrologer, and they are talking about the job and they do and things and say, oh, that could be a job. I love astrology, but I don't know astrologer could be a career. And that was I fixed my mind. I think that was about when I was 17 or 18. Around that time, I said, that's it. I want to be a professional astrologer because I love astrology. Astrology really helped me to communicate with people and try to understand a little bit more about life during the time that I was a teenager. But I know the things I really enjoy to do is astrology. So I say, yes, that would be the career I want to, pursue in the future. And from that time, I have a Mars in Capricorn, you know that? So I really plan every single step how to be an astrologer like that.
Yeah, that's fascinating. And it obviously happened very young for you.
Oh yes, incredible. But that bring another challenge. So as I plan everything, and it's very interestingly, nearly everything is a follow my plan. So I become an so-called, social media astrologer or TV astrologer. Like during that time, TV astrologer when I was kind of only 22.
Wow.
So the problem is I lack of a life
Yeah.
experience. And that that was my challenge. That was my challenge. I feel like I wasn't ready, but I have to be ready to face my client, to face audience, to face TV host, journalist, reporter. I have to show my confidence, but inside me is like, ouch, I even don't know what does that mean, divorce?
That's really interesting because I think it's a great example of how astrologers are always learning. Everyone, no matter what they do in their career, they're still learning, and they perhaps have that sense of imposter syndrome at times. Especially when
Indeed.
you're young. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It's a very natural thing, isn't it? Um, but I think it just shows that the journey of an astrologer just goes on
True.
and on and on. And once you set sail, the ocean's
Yeah.
very vast that you're going to sail across. And
Yeah.
the learning experience, I think is very important. And when you're younger, particularly with that sort of less life experience, I think
Mhm.
working with clients can teach you more than anything, can't it?
Definitely, definitely. Especially when as I was living in Taiwan that time. So we don't really have a school. So what I can rely on are those, book. And some
Mm.
book are translated into Chinese Mandarin. Some book are English books. I have to read them like a Parker's Astrologer was my basically my Bible that time. And it was when I moved to UK, and then I heard about so many astrology school. I say, before that, I was like, come on, I know everything. Why should I go back to school? But I just like, why not give a go? Try it. I feel insufficient. So I say, let me try it. So I went back to school. Not only one school. I went faculty and the London School of Astrology. Quite interesting. I went to the CPA Center for Psychological Astrology. Not really as a regular student, but I joined their webinar from time to time. So I learned much more when I came to UK. But the difference is also the life experience itself. It really changed how I see
Mm.
astrology, how I talk to client, and how I approach the client. For example, maybe when I was young and successful, I would see nothing would be a problem. Why you couldn't handle that? That is such easy. If you determine it, you have to, that's supposedly a relationship. I would say, come on, if you don't enjoy, just left him or just left her. It's easy. It's simple. Wow. It was until I learned the relationship myself to face the challenge or difficulty in the relationship. And then I just have to understand it. Oh, I was so naive.
Yeah, yeah, it's hindsight, isn't it? It's when you look
Indeed.
back over the years with more wisdom and more maturity. Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's very honest and open of you. Thank you for sharing that, Rod. So what would your typical working day look like as an astrologer?
Ooh, interesting. So, well, on the day if I usually because I work with Asia time zone, even I living in London. When I wake up already by that time for Asia, it's like a um late afternoon, evening. So I should immediately get ready for client. If I don't have client, I'll get ready for my teaching. So I will start my day with like a very quick breakfast and then, prepare for teaching. And around the like early afternoon, I will do teaching or client reading. And then, well, from the something like late afternoon, I will getting started prepare. I will always ask to say, what is my next research project? Or sometime, or even I have a lot of things to do. Sometimes as a mundane astrologer, that means I'm crazy about all sort of things happen from economic, political, or war or disaster. Something happen will draw my attention and I will just distracted, totally distracted, and start to look at the chart and find all the historical data or something. So probably by the late afternoon or evening, I already like, oh, exhausted. I need a break.
So it's safe to say that astrology consumes most of your life.
Consume is a consume. Yeah, I think consume is one interesting word. Yeah, it definitely is for me. I shouldn't say 24 hours, but nearly like that. Nearly like I was living inside of astrology every day.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely. It's a vocation as much as a career, isn't it? So yeah.
Yes.
So I was just wondering if you have any words of wisdom that you'd like to share, or any thoughts on the current astro weather, just
Hmm.
which
Yeah.
is quite exciting at the moment.
Oh yes, oh yes. I think I okay from my natal chart. I kind of if we only count the traditional planet, I lack of fire in my chart. So I usually don't have that kind of a optimistic, move forward energy. Usually I'm worried too much. I usually worry a lot of things. So what I recently because of all these kind of outer planet shipment changing sign and caused me a little bit panic. I started to read some spiritual practice book and I read one thing is they say uh uh um don't let tough situation harden your heart.
Yeah.
So keep your heart open no matter what you're facing in this world. You see the whole situation is against what you believe in, or you see the things are not what you're expecting for. Don't let that situation harden your heart. Say, okay, they are my enemy. I want to die or something. No, I, I think we should learn. Everyone have their own story and how they see the things or how they see the world like this. There is a story behind, and we don't know that those story behind. Don't judge and don't be so harsh to everyone. And we also can learn to be, kind and kind of understand those soft spot in our life, in our heart. I think that this kind of a mindset really helped me. If not, I think if I read watch news every day, this attack that bombard that, I probably like my mom a couple days ago, she was so freaked out when she saw the news about the bombard, you know, US bombard Iran, and she was totally freaked out. She couldn't sleep whole night. And I was like, I have to, explain what happened, and then you kind of make her feel a little bit more calm. But I think I would be the same if I wasn't prepared, if I without astrology and without those wise words I read or I chat with my friend, colleague, including you, I probably already get crazy.
Yeah, I totally understand that. I'm having to be very careful how much news I watch at the moment. And
Yes,
I think what you've just said there is really quite beautiful, Rod. And it reminds us that astrologers are human too. We have our own natal
exactly.
charts. We have a lack of this. We have that
Mhm.
aspect. We have this. And we have to look after ourselves as well because we're impacted by the astrological weather and the mundane world, social, political events as well.
Yeah,
And sometimes it can be hard to remain objective and to not be affected. And that is part of the job as an astrologer when we're analyzing charts, making forecasts. We have to work very hard to be objective sometimes. Yeah. So I think
definitely.
that's a challenge that I come across quite a lot. Um, Pretty much the last question. This is a fun one.
Oh,
Do you have any funny transit stories? Okay, I'll share one of my own for
okay.
inspiration. So, so a few years ago, I think transit Neptune was squaring my natal Venus, something like that.
Hmm.
So I was having a water transit. So I got really into bodyboarding and I was going down to the
Hmm.
beach, to the ocean with my son every weekend, and we got
Hmm.
wetsuits and bodyboards. And I thought I was sort of quite cool because, believe it or not, in the northeast of England up here, there's a
Mhm.
huge surfing community, even though the water is
Wow.
freezing. Yeah. Yeah, there's a really big community. And I remember the day the transit was exact. Transit Neptune was exactly square my Venus.
Hmm.
Went in, the weather was good, had a really good bodyboarding um session. Anyway, walked up the beach, looked down and realized that I had my wetsuit on inside out. And all of the other surfers had been laughing at me, right? It was inside out. And I just thought, that's a Neptune transit. You can be inside out without even realizing it.
Yes,
I
indeed.
felt
Yes.
so stupid.
Well, for me, well, what is the I don't know because I was born with the Saturn, Neptune, Mercury T square. So this kind of a so-called, what should we say? The stupid things happen nearly all the time, nearly all the time. Well, what should I say? Yep, yep. Maybe it's more like well, it is a little bit more a down story then. Okay, so couple weeks ago, I also have Neptune transiting at this moment. At this moment, it's go course my MC and coming back now. So it was very interesting. Ah, yes, when Pope Leon going to was elected as a pope, and I was like prepare everything was a prepare everything because we were in Portugal that time. We were in
Yeah,
Portugal that time. Yeah,
yeah.
so I with my laptop, but I don't usually work with my laptop, so I even don't know the setting and what I used to do. So when I prepare the things, when I type pop, and then they on the search on the search area just show a few things that I don't really want to share with other people.
I remember. I remember.
I was like, oops, because I was ready to use that computer to do the interview and everything can easily share with everyone on the Zoom. So I was like, thank God. So, and that was like, that was like a Neptune, Saturn things,
Yeah,
and that
yeah.
was so embarrassing. But I just like, thank God you are not online yet. So I clean the cache, clean the history, and I write a post on the Facebook. But you know what happened after?
What?
Because I cleaned the cache, I cleaned the history, searching history, I cleaned nearly everything. Then I forget my password to log in.
It's so Neptune.
I thought I was smart. I was always smart. I don't need to worry about too many things.
Yeah.
And then, whoops, where's my password?
So even astrologers are vulnerable to trans.
Oh, definitely. I think we are. We are. I like what Limbell says. Limbell says, yeah, the transit doesn't work on astrologer, don't you think so?
We are living proof that it does.
We are. We
That's
are.
so funny.
Yeah.
So just before we finish, do you have any exciting projects or news that you'd like to share?
Yeah, because you
Yeah,
mentioned
lots.
lots. Yeah, but most important is my book.
Yes.
I think we are in the final stage, and we are going to publish around August this year, 2025. And this book called Comet in Astrology, was really the result of my past 12 years research about comet, put everything together and. I really, really enjoy this journey, and I was like from I know nothing about comet from wow, they can comet can suggest so many different indicate so many different things. I was like I am done something like no one really worked on before. That is my part of my Aquarius Sun and
Yeah.
Aquarius Venus kind of. Oh, I'm pretty unique, you know.
Groundbreaking. It is, it's going to be a groundbreaking book.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
yeah,
going to be
yeah,
amazing. And it's interesting you said it's 12 years of work. So you've got a Jupiter
yeah.
cycle. kind of going on
Indeed.
there.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And Jupiter is my MC ruler.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Oh,
Yeah.
I wish you all the best. It's going to be amazing. It really is. And
Thank
I'm
you,
sure we
Leah.
can share when we can let everyone know when it's available for purchase. And yeah, that's fabulous.
Definitely.
Okay. Anything else before we dock and jump off board?
Oh, I think pretty much. And congratulations for your new project. And I'm so honored to be the first one.
Thank you. Are we allowed to say it?
Oh, yeah, why not?
What is my virgin guest? And that is a very inside joke that we might share at a later
Definitely.
date.
Yeah, definitely. Interview Tanya next season and then we can reveal the jokes all together.
Definitely. Thank you so much for giving up your time and sharing. And I'm sure so many people will find this inspirational, but just really fascinating as well. And yeah, thank you so much, Rod.
Thank you,
And
Mandy.
to everyone watching, there's going to be another episode in the next week or two. I've got an incredible lineup of astrological guests already planned. So keep watching because they will be regular episodes. And please leave any comments, share your thoughts in the chat box, and please like and subscribe to not only my channel but Rod's AOA UK channel as well. And
Thank you.
do tune into Rod's World Scope, which we all participate in, which is once a month. Okay,
Yeah.
I can put all the links in the information afterwards.
Thank you.
So lots of love. Thank you, Rod, and bye
Thanks a lot.
everyone. See you next
Bye.
time.